Hello, and welcome to a new series where I try to rationalize bad draft picks or like bad draft misses. And today we're talking about Ricky Rubio, Johnny Flynn over Steph Curry. Now, the Timberwolves are a bad team here. They have some okay pieces, but they really have a point guard problem. They have Kevin Love and Al Jefferson, great center pieces, but Sebastian Telfair underperforms. You have Kevin Ollie, who's just old, and you need some point guards. Now, Ricky Rubio, the hype was immense. He was getting Steve Nash comparisons. Everyone saw the highlights, the passing, all of that. And the Timberwolves were like, we have to get this guy now. Like, we need this person. So they trade their best shooting guard, Randy Foye, and Mike Miller to the Wizards for Darius Songaila, Eaton Thomas, Oleksiy Petrov for the fifth pick, that was later the fifth pick, to draft Rubio. The problem with Ricky Rubio, though, is that he was under contract in Spain and had apparently a €9 million buyout clause, and this hang-up eventually would lead him to not play in the NBA for 2 seasons after he was drafted. Now, I don't know exactly if the Timberwolves knew this, but like Ricky Rubio is that special and they're like, we'll just wait the 2 years anyway, but I think that's what happened, but don't take my word for it. But at this point, the Timberwolves need another point guard now, because they're planning to get rid of Sebastian Telfair. So the Timberwolves need another point guard, and at the time, Johnny Flynn is one of the best players in college basketball, a good scoring point guard, but like Rubio, has problems with shooting. Now, for those of you who remember at the time, the knock on Steph Curry wasn't shooting, but it was the fact that could he even play point guard at all? That was a question. You remember Steph Curry's magical Davidson run? He wasn't the point guard that year. Jason Richards was. Steph Curry was basically the shooting guard, running off of screens basically all game. Steph Curry only moved to point guard his last season in Davidson, and that's where the questions about his playmaking ability came into concern, which now sounds really stupid in hindsight. So while the Timberwolves wait for Ricky Rubio, they pick Flynn, and then they sign Ramon Sessions and win 15 games the next season. And this would be good because they're bad, and by the time Ricky Rubio gets there, they get more draft picks if they don't smoke the picks. They smoked the 2010 pick. They smoked the 2011 pick. I really don't blame them for this one because look at the top 5. And then they smoked the Anthony Bennett draft pick, but it's the Anthony Bennett draft, so like I don't blame them for this either. I believe if the Timberwolves drafted well, the Ricky Rubio pick would have worked. He would have had people to pass to, but the Johnny Flynn pick I can't excuse. There's nothing. You should have picked Steph at that point, honestly.